Plenty of Fish is the largest dating website in the world with over 80 million members and 80 employees. But 10 years ago, the whole thing almost went up in smoke. Literally. In 2004, Marcus was living in a one-bedroom apartment in an old 70s building in North Vancouver. He had just quit his full-time job to focus solely on Plenty of Fish. Things were really picking up in his business, and this was a big day for him. He was moving downtown Vancouver to a brand new waterfront condo with a view. As he was packing up his things, the fire alarm went off. He smelled smoke, so he ran directly to his computer to grab the 2 hard drives that contained all the information for his brand new Plenty of Fish website. Next, he ran to his front door, ripped it open, and dashed through the thick smoke to get outside. Whether it's braving a burning building or coding for 3 all-nighters in a row, Marcus will do what it takes to get the job done. It's different when it's not in front of my mirror. Hi, I'm Annie. I'm Marcus's wife. I am absolutely thrilled to be here at this awesome Meat Lab event. Thank you so much, Jeff, there you are. Thank you for inviting us. I'm a website designer and the founder of JustDoOneThing.com, which is a free website for people who just want to make a difference in the world, whether it's big or small. By doing one good deed, adding it to the site, and inviting your friends to do it with you, we're hoping to create a positive ripple effect that will be felt worldwide. I just love the planet and everything in it, and I just feel that together we can brighten it up one thing at a time. So enough about me. Let's get back to Marcus's story. Right now, Marcus is fully submerged in the world of high tech, but you may be surprised to know that he grew up on a farm. In fact, when his family first moved to northern BC from Germany when he was just 2 years old, they lived in a trailer with no running water for the first 5 years. They actually had to boil snow or go 10 kilometers down the road to the local well to get fresh water. Picture Marcus, he's 10 years old, it's 25 below outside, carrying heavy, heavy buckets of water. The bucket slipped a couple times and actually broke a few of his fingers. What a contrast to what he does today. As a kid, Marcus was an avid chess player, and he would bring his teachers close to tears of frustration after beating them week after week. When it came time to decide what to do after high school, Marcus's dad told him to do anything but farming. Marcus easily chose the computer programming course at BCIT because it was new, exciting, and innovative. Marcus's first job was with an online shopping mall. But when the dot-com bubble burst, he ended up jumping from one failed startup to the next. He was blown away at how inefficiently some of these companies were run, and he spent most of his time cleaning up the messy code of the previous programmers. During this time in 2000, Marcus started working on an algorithm that was designed to find prime numbers. He thought it would be a good way to sharpen his skills and learn how to make computers run as fast as possible. 2 years later, Marcus's algorithm discovered a string of 23 prime numbers, which was the longest sequence ever discovered at the time. Most people were using hundreds of computers and supercomputers to make the same discovery over a 5-year period. Marcus, however, found it using a single machine in just 2 years. His discovery was cited by the UCLA Fields Medal winner Terence Tao. This is the equivalent of the Nobel Prize for mathematics. This focus on speed and efficiency would play a huge part in the success of Plenty of Fish later. Around the same time, Microsoft's ASP.NET had just come out, so Marcus decided to teach himself the new programming language. The most challenging thing he could think of was to create an online community in the form of a dating website. Marcus purchased the domain plentyoffish.com in June of 2001, 3 days after his 23rd birthday. His goal was to make the first real free dating website and the first one that actually worked well. Every day when he came home from work, he forced himself to sit down and code for an hour or two. He's always said that part of getting ahead is just sitting down and doing the work, because most people don't. when Marcus and I met. I was 22, he was 24, and we both worked at a tech company together. I still remember him as the slim, eager programmer guy with wily hair. One of the first times we ever hung out, we decided to build a UFO website together, just because we thought it would be fun, and then we'd figure out how to monetize it later. Outlandish, strange fun, but totally exciting. We became instant buddies, created a whole bunch of content websites together to test new ideas, and started hanging out a lot. He always had this uncanny ability to see right through me and tell me things about myself that I didn't even know at the time. It was like he could almost understand people better than they understood themselves. I've always thought it was really, really cool that Marcus could read deeply into a person's personality within minutes of meeting them. This proved to be incredibly intriguing to me, and a valuable quality that Marcus could apply to Plenty of Fish later. Marcus had, and still has, a strong gut instinct for future technology. He could see where things were headed and then strategize around it. I used to ask him, Marcus, how do you know this stuff? And he'd just be like, oh, it's so obvious. I never admitted to him that it was not obvious to me. He'd also say things like, one day, Annie, I'm going to be a billionaire. And I'd be like, whatever, Marcus, go get a beer. Or he'd say, Annie, one day you and I will be a couple. And I'd say, whatever, Marcus, let's go grab a beer. Marcus's strong gut instinct and determination to create the future he envisioned worked out well in his business and in his personal life. I started falling for Marcus because of his gentleness, his complete authenticity, and his ability to bring dreams into reality. You would never guess this, but Marcus is pretty mischievous. Like the time he started giving me really passionate kisses, and my mouth and face started burning, like my whole half face. So I ran to the bathroom because I didn't know what was happening, and I thought I was developing an instant mouth disease. Turns out it was just a prank, and Marcus had secretly chewed on hot habanero peppers before kissing me. Yeah, that's a committed prank. Anyway, yeah. Marcus is someone I felt I knew from the moment I met him. We agree on the things that matter most in life, and it's always just felt like we're unstoppable together. An exciting combo of creativity, intellect, freedom, big dreams, and constant change. In July of 2003, Google introduced a free tool called AdSense, which allows websites to display ads and collect money. Marcus had already been looking for ways to make money off of his new website, Plenty of Fish. So if anyone was ready for AdSense, it was Marcus. A light bulb went off, and he implemented AdSense immediately. This is what he had been waiting for. He spent every waking minute when he wasn't at his day job reading, studying, and learning. Within a few months, he'd mastered affiliate marketing, search engine marketing, and pay-per-click advertising. In the first month after AdSense came out, Marcus made about $1,200 and had about 5,000 members. But by the end of the year, he had expanded to 24,000 members and was making about $3,500 per month. Fast forward 3 years later, Plenty Fish had 2 million members and was making about $15,000 per day. This made Marcus the largest individual AdSense publisher at the time. He mentioned this to Robert Scoble, a popular tech blogger, who proceeded to make a post about this solo entrepreneur with the ugly website making millions of dollars per year. Nobody believed him. SEO blogger Jeremy Schumacher wrote that Marcus was a liar, saying, "Give me a break, dudes. You look so stupid when you buy into this crap." Marcus felt frustrated, misunderstood, and alone. No one was taking him seriously because he was doing things that had never been done before. He wanted people to collaborate with, and instead, nobody believed him. That only fueled his desire to win. So what did he do? He posted a photo of a check from Google for $901,000, representing 2 months' revenue. Before this point, no one even knew it was possible to make that much money with AdSense. This incident created a massive ripple effect through the tech community, driving hundreds of thousands of new users to the site. By 2007, Plenty of Fish had exploded to 1 billion page views per month. Marcus had the most interviews and media exposure he'd ever had during this year. And I still remember him saying to me, "Just watch, Annie. Remember this will never happen again." The company's efficiency also played a huge part in its success. Not only has Marcus managed to run his company with no staff until he reached 10 million members, but he was also able to run a massive database with almost no computer hardware. For example, in 2008, Plenty of Fish had 6 times the traffic of Dig.com. Dig had 80 employees and hundreds of servers. Marcus, on the other hand, had no employees and 8 servers. He found it crazy that other sites would buy more and more servers, hire a PhD when anything went slightly wrong, whereas he would tweak what he had without spending a dime. Being the sole employee for the first 5 years at Plenty of Fish definitely had its perks. Only having to work a few hours a day at the start made lots of time for fun and exploration. We've traveled extensively all over the world, checking in on things online as we went. We've done just about everything we wanted to, and now it's time for the new frontier that is kids. I'm happy to share that Marcus will be a dad in 3.5 months. Marcus credits his success to being in the right place at the right time and doing the work. I'd like to add that he's always had a healthy dose of genius, gut instinct, and unshakable vision. Thank you.